Back at Bradenton's Motorsports Park for the Drag Illustrated World Series of Pro Mod. Our next pair coming up will feature Marty Robertson against Ron Munich.
Ron Munich's in the left lane, Marty Robertson over there in the right lane. Two screw-charged cars going head-to-head here in round number one. Both these cars qualified in the middle of the pack, Ted.
You notice the new trend in Pro Modified. They're all very aerodynamic. They were created in a wind tunnel, which is good and not so good sometimes. Oh, a whole shot start for Munich with a 0.28. It's over right on the line. He slowed to a 4.02, though. He'll have to find a little bit more and get down in the threes. Up next will be Jason Lee and Preston Tanner, who is the youngest driver in the field.
To be the youngest is definitely an interesting feeling because I think I have the average age of Pro Mod drivers in the field is about 40, and I think I got about 20 years below that. And just awesome because you're racing against legends like Todd Tutterow and other people like that.
Jason Lee, the reigning radial versus world champion in that white machine.
Oh, Tanner got loose, had to lift and shut it down. Slowing, I say, to a 4.93. Not bad considering he had to back out of it. He had the better reaction time, but traction wasn't there.
Preston Tanner's looks like an old Pro Mod race. Ted riding the Bucking Bronco. Look at him pedal once, pedal twice by here. The race is over as Jason Lee is driving on.
Yeah, but that wheel stand was cool. He's about 100 feet out, and he pulls the front wheels like normally you would do right off the starting line. Up next, Bubba Stanton against Eric Latino.
This is Eric Latino's machine, and it looks like they're having some problems. The car is running, Ted, but a couple of crew guys were in the passenger side, and it doesn't look like they have any idea what the issue is.
Well, he's not going to shut down. I think he's going to pull up and take the tree. Yeah, he's staged up, so we'll see what happens. Wheel stand right off the line, all the way down. Whatever the problem is, it got solved.
Well, my crew was kind enough to buy me a gift. They got me one of those Milwaukee fans. It was sitting up on the tunnel of the transmission and must have busted the connection to the auto shift. So I knew I had only first gear only. So I had to tree him, run down, and hope he wasn't going to get down the racetrack.
Well, that hope came true. Randy Weatherford will be our next pair against Mark Mickey.
Mark Mickey, one of two turbo cars in the field. That's the flat hood, quiet car in the left lane, that beautiful light blue machine. And Randy Weatherford, that more traditional Pro Charge style in the right lane, the modern day look of a Pro Mod.
I can remember when they all wanted turbochargers. Now, not so much, but hey, looks like Weatherford is going to do very well. 372, he's got that dialed in, very competitive. Mickey wasted a beautiful 0.12 reactor.
Here comes King Tut, Todd Tutterow, the two-time PDRA Pro Boost champion, taking on Tommy Franklin, the PDRA founder.
Well, he started out in Pro Modify, then bought a drag strip, then he took over a whole series.
This time, Todd Tutterow with the win, though.
He's a good guy. We live real close together, and we come all the way down here and run each other. So, best chip draw. I love his deal. It's fun.
Two guys that have a lot of syllables in their name, King Quartuccio and Mark Werdenhausen.
Werdenhausen, the other turbo car. Quartuccio, the orange machine, was the winner at the U.S. Street Nationals right here a couple weeks back.
Looks like a whole shot start for Ken. He's all the way down. Oh no, he had problems. Werdenhausen will win it with a 4.20.
And Quartuccio was off the line first, but take a look inside the front end of that Pro Charge machine. Boom! And that was the end of the race for Ken Quartuccio.
It had to be an emotional victory out there to get this round one win against Ken. This is a track that he dominates, and you turn on the win light.
Ken is always a tough competitor. We prayed this morning before we ran, and I told him when Russ said, hey, man, we were both winners.
Next pair up, Jason Scruggs, who used to be involved with the PDRA before Tommy Franklin took it over, against J.R. Gray.
A couple of grudge racers here. The Mississippi Missile, Jason Scruggs, and Mike Janis's car. That's J.R. Gray.
First round, we got Jason Scruggs, Mr. Scrubbing Bubbles himself. There's two things going to happen today. Either he's going to scrub me out this competition, or I'm going to send him back scrubbing toilets. So pick one and ride.
J.R. Gray's never been afraid to throw a little smack talk around.
Boy, almost dead equal reaction times. That's one of the best races today. Gray pulls it out with a 379.
The car might be a little hurt now, but we'll fix it for the next round. I solved the problem last night with this. I went and tore Lyle up on the tree 3 times in a row and flew a voodoo doll specialist down here. And they gave me a spell, and I got some of his beard in the car for that look, so I finally got that bearded look.
J.R. Gray and Lyle Barnett have a great rivalry.
Here's a guy coming up that started out with one of the wing cars in Pro Modified. Really liked that, but now he's had to get very aerodynamic. Chip King, we're talking about, against Jay Cox.
The Pumpkin over there in the left lane, one of the nitrous machines.
Boy, Chip was asleep on the starting line. Jay Cox, an easy win with a 375, 205. Lyle Barnett will be coming up against Rob Cox. We talked to Lyle and said, I remember you were in the final at Indy. Is that more important or this?
I won the U.S. Nationals this past year, and I feel more pressure today to perform and get this car up and down the racetrack than I did in the final round in Indy.
The only Roots supercharger car on the property, Lyle Barnett's car this weekend.
Well, Barnett's got it right off the starting line, but Cox, unbelievable, came on with a 377 and was late off the line. When we return, we'll be down to 16 cars. Wes Buck is going to draw names to pair them up for the next round.